scripture for the day is John 19 through 30. When Jesus therefore had when Jesus therefore had received the vinegar, he said, "It is finished," and bowed his head and gave up his ghost. All right, now it is finished. It is finished could mean you finish your goal. It is finished, you commence. There's a lot of ways you could describe it is finished. It is finished. You, like I can say, it is very important to finish what you started. Let me give you an example. When you go to work, those who work, your boss give you an assignment. Like Jesus, God gave him an assignment. So now, you already know, we already know when your boss give you an assignment to do the work. When he don't give you an assignment, you already know what to do. So in that case, we already know we gotta serve. We already know we gotta give him the praise. We already know we gotta confess our sins to him. These things we already know. But sometimes when we do work, we know what we gotta do, but we don't do it. We want slack off. We want kill time. But in this life, we don't know if we could get our time to finish our work. So we might be slacking off too much, saying, you know what? Let me see. I got off 4, so 3 o'clock I could go lunch. I could just slack off till 3:30, then try to hurry and finish. But in this life, when we slacking off, we might don't have the time to get back to prepare for God, and then it might be too late. Just like this powerful thing I'm with Sister Janika the Post. It's a life can teach us a bunch of stuff, right? Hold on, that's the wrong thing, but. Okay, sometimes the devil allow people to live a life free of trouble because he doesn't want them turning back to God. You know, their sin is like a jail cell, except though nice and comfy, and there doesn't seem to be any reason to walk out the door. And in that case, the door wide open, God right out the door, waiting to say, you sitting down, you comfy, waiting to say, man, come out here. You think that might be a good place because you're comfy and you're nice, and the devil blind you so you wouldn't see what's going on, and you waiting right on the door. Till one day you realize the cell door shut. Now, when the cell door shut, meaning you already dead, it's too late. Then when you die, and then you probably in the darkness of hell, and you crying, oh Lord, please give me a time, and there will be times that you may see every second you had a chance to change. So now Jesus had an assignment. His assignment was his mission, actually. His mission was to die for us and to redeem us. He said, it is finished. Like a movie, when you're watching a movie, oh, when that movie finished, that's how good it is. But once it finished, that's it. You know, but for Jesus, when he said it was finished, that means it wasn't finished for him because he raised back in 3 days. Now he died to prove to us that he came down to accomplish his mission. And so you go accomplish your mission, you have to be obedient. You have to stay true. You have to keep, unlike Adam had a mission. God said you could eat of all the trees except one tree. In other words, you can have all the fast food in the world, but you can't buy KFC. You know, so now, unlike him, he buying all the fast food. He buying all the fast food till one day the devil come and thought to eat him. Boy, you all eat the same thing over and over. KFC, man, go try this McDonald's. This McDonald's, yeah. Trust me, you try it, get that, try it now. Now Adam, now Eve, buy the McDonald's. Come to Adam and say, boy, I tired of eating all these things. We ain't never eat this yet. So now she said, okay, man, yeah, try it, man. This tastes good. I already tried it. It tastes nice. Now, when Adam eat it, everything changed. Now, Adam failed the assignment that God tell him, you know, don't eat from this tree. Now, I just saying all this to say, we might want more, or sometimes we gotta defeat our flesh, because our flesh is trying to lead us to the wrong path. Our flesh is trying to, how I can say it, it's trying to confuse us to do the wicked, you know. And despite all the pain Jesus suffered and said, I can't, you know, he suffered so much pain, he ain't quit, because God sent him an assignment and he's humble to God. Despite all of the pain, he never said, I quit, I can't do it no more. Many of us, once we going through suffering, we tend to say, man, I ain't going through this no more, man. I give up. I give up. But the pain Jesus was suffering, he wouldn't suffer. I know if I was on the cross and I feel all that pain and stuff, I say, y'all please leave me. I ain't even that man. Y'all think put me down, please, man. They lying on my knees. They can't hear me, man. I ain't even notice, man. And y'all killing me for your suffering. Oh, I can't feel my hand. Please let me off this thing. That's what I would have said. I would say, please, but Jesus different. He's so different, and he was so, because that's for him to stay on that cross for 6 hours on the man. I don't want to be to work for 3 hours sometimes. And he had to suffer all that pain, all the hours, and bleeding too. And you the way you don't even bleed. I'm just about what kind of lashes, man, when you get a little boss cut you ready to go home. And once they get cut the wig, I say, my 100, I won't go home, that's only one cut. And all them lashes he had, I would have said, man, please put me off this cross, because I am not that man they talking about. They lying up, I hear me, please. That's what I would say, but Jesus was built different, and his obedience to God caused him stay there and suffer that pain. And he say, and then he couldn't have died unless he say it is finished. It's just like your project. You have a project you're working on for years. Until you say it's finished, it's finished. People don't know, I say that to say people don't know your progress and people don't know what you building. So I could be building this thing here, and then it probably need a roof to go up here, but I thought and I present it to you, I say I finished. But you can't say I finished because I say I finished. So Jesus say it is finished, meaning it is finished. He ain't suffering in this worldly no more. He ain't suffering no more. It is finished could be, my suffering finished. I already laid on the line, and he said it is finished. It was the time, it is finished after suffering. It's time for him to go home. It's time for him to pave a new life for us, a new world for us. So now, even though he leaves the body, the physical form, but he's still doing work in his spiritual form, that making this the mansion, the big mansion. He probably still working on the mansion, because he's faithful that, I ain't gonna build this little 3-bedroom home, because I know it's a whole lot of Christians come. I gotta build a mansion. And then he say everything you desire in your heart too. He put there all the things you desire in your heart. God put them there. So everything you desire in your heart, you might not get it in this world, but I tell you, if you stick true with the Lord, you can get it in the next world.
Amen. Amen. Amen.